Hey, what's up everybody? I'm going to try and keep this vid short, but show everything really good, as in I'm going to save the retro thing for last year, as in it's really freaking cool to have one in my collection of retro stuff, but on value it's anywhere from like $10 for one that's not in great condition up to around $30 plus shipping on eBay for one that's with the box and instructions and stuff. So not really high on the value, but definitely freaking cool. This thing is just very cool for something from the 80s. Anyways, before I show you all that stuff and show you guys the plug and play games that I got, I'll show you what I got at GameStop here, as I finally earned another one of those damned $25 gift cards to them going through eRewards on my surveys. As in it's pretty much every big survey they gave me to where you can earn like close to $10 in points. I kept getting screwed out of, man. They said, oh, you disqualify, or we've already got enough people, or whatever. So it just took forever to build it up, because it was like $1, $2, $3 surveys. Anyways, very glad that I got my card today and win, as they only had one used copy of this game, and it is in great shape. It's like freaking new on the disc. And this game should kick mega freaking ass. Anyways, for the PS3, picked up Rage. Been really wanting this game ever since I saw the commercials of it and all the freaking little previews of it here on YouTube and stuff. And also I've downloaded the demo, and I really liked the demo. I knew it'd be a cool game. And id is one of the makers of this game, as in Doom. So I know it's gonna kick ass. Anyways, man, $25 gift card, so this only cost me a few bucks, man, used. It was normally $26.99 if you don't have their fucking pro member card. Otherwise, it's $24.29 if you're a member. Like VIP, Vast Immense Penis, whatever. So, very cool. On these plug and play games, I'm gonna show you the one that's cool to have in my collection, but kind of lame on the game you get. I just grabbed it because it's freaking Batman, and got this for $1 at one of my thrift stores, and it works, plays great. This is just the Batman. This is one of those Jack specific plug and plays, and the controller, it's got the little bat symbol there for that button, but the controller itself is shaped like one of his boomerang throwing stars, so pretty cool. And that's basically your weapon so far. I just tried it out a little bit, and it's kind of like a Sega Genesis type game, Super Nintendo 16-bit side scroller where you play as Batman, but this one you get different missions that you do. And the one I picked probably was the lamest, where you got to search through stuff to try and find information or whatever, clues. Haven't really done any where you're fighting, but so far it looks like he's just got his boomerang throwing star. So, cool enough. Thrift stores seem to be a great place to find these. And this other one is Miss Pac-Man related, but I'm going to show you another one of my systems here on Plug and Play, just to tell you some of the games that are on it. The others, it had another racing game and one more shooter, I think. Anyways, this one here has Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position, Galaga, Xevious, and Mappy. And this is that one where I show it in the video of the Tron toys, where I got a black light over it, as in this will glow big time under a black light. But as you can see, just like the Batman one, wired, as in you plug this directly into your TV. This one I got's very freaking cool, and I don't remember ever seeing this in any of my stores. We just got this in the retro thing at a yard sale, $5 a piece, and I already cleaned this up. Cleaned up pretty nice. It was just a little bit dusty. The other things got dust and age spots, as in spots that I gotta figure out how to take off. But anyways, as you can see, really chunky. Here's the AV cord. Anyways, the way they did this This bottom half here is in two pieces. This is your receiver that you set on top of your TV, as in infrared receiver there. You turn this on, which that's the only bad thing. This takes 4 batteries, as in 4 AA. This takes 4 AA, so 8 batteries to run this son of a bitch. This just comes off. It's got rubber little feet in here just to grab onto it so to stay in place. Set this on your TV, and then the main system here is like a wireless joystick, made to look like a little Miss Pac-Man cocktail arcade game. Very cool. And on those other games, man, all the games on this are a good selection, man. They picked some really good ones. The driving one, God, man, for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it. As in pole position, I really don't like pole position on this, as in you use this to accelerate and that little button there to shift gears, so it's really awkward. The other one, really old school. I remember playing it in the arcade, and it's kind of like Pac-Man with cars, but you got a weapon. As in, you're going around this maze and you're trying to find little flags for either refueling or just points or whatever. I believe you have to clear out all the little flags, and your weapon is basically like well, so far it seems to be like a smoke bomb or whatever. You press the fire button and smoke comes out the back of your car, and then anybody behind you spins out, so you get time to get away from them, otherwise they stay on your ass. And so far it's just one-on-one, to where you got your car and then the bad guy chasing you. Otherwise, very cool game, man. Definitely remember playing it. And on the other shooters, man, actually I think it's 2 other shooters. Yeah, let's see, it was Calico, Xdevious. Damn, I can't remember. Anyways, man, more than usual on games on this. I think this was one that was probably more like $30 instead of the usual 20, as in its remote. So very cool. Now let's set this away here. For the dude that commented on my video where I show the Atari here on my pickups from Havasu, man, he was commenting that, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this every time now, because I've thought of it but just never had the time, but now I do. He's saying I should have shown it the way it was when I got it, is that this thing was nasty, just caked in dirt. Not like sticky stuff, just really, really dusty, dirty. And especially now, you're not going to believe how this thing looks. This sucker's about 95% close to being mint condition. Whoever had it hardly ever played it. Same with the joysticks, man. The joysticks look freaking mint now. Anyways, on what I'm using on this, or used on this, and the joysticks to make it look new again, happens to be just plain old Armorall Original Protectant for vinyl and plastic. This stuff is the absolute bomb for bringing back these old systems from the past and making them look like new again. Especially if you got one where the plastic's just getting that kind of faded look, just from sitting around or whatever, man. A lot of times it will bring back that. As in this one, man, right now it looks new. And I sprayed this stuff on just, shit, almost a week ago, and it's still staying shiny. Same with the joysticks. So good stuff. Recommend getting the spray bottle like this. Just spray it a little bit on a rag. Sock is even better. Let's get an old freaking sock, douse it just a little bit, and just wipe down the system, and then go over it and just not totally dry it, but just wipe off any of the excess drips of this stuff, as in it will leave little puddles here and there, but other than that, really good stuff. Anyways, this system I got happens to be one of the tabletop type arcades, and this one talks. And on talking, man, you can tell that this came from the 80s. This is from '86. pretty freaking cool. Not worth all that much more, just cool to have in a collection. It's like from the $10 to around $30 range for one that's in the box, but pretty cool to have. Put this sucker on hold. There it be. Let me adjust this friggin' camera. I hate this thing. It's making it look worse than what it is, man. I don't know why it's making it look like it's got blotches there where the freaking yellow is bleached. Let me see if I can make that go away. There we go. This camera sucks. Anyways, this one is actually made by a company that is still around that makes the learning type toys for kids when it comes to video games, like VTech Smile and stuff. This is made by VTech Video Technologies. This is talking play-by-play baseball. And as you can see, you get to either play as the Eagles or the Buffaloes, or one person can play Eagles, one person can play Buffaloes. It's in 1 or 2 player. And what's really cool on this one, because I could see if a kid has batteries in this, this is either battery or takes the same freaking voltage and style plug as an Atari 2600. Right now I just have a variable one, but it's 9 volt DC. I think it's positive to the tip of the jack or whatever. So positive if you have one of these kind of variable connectors. It's got the cross type like that. Otherwise just 4 AA batteries. It's got a switch right next to that. Get out of here. To where you can switch the sound on and off. As in, this would drive somebody crazy in their car. So, just going to show you guys the demo that it shows.
Top of the first inning. Eagles at bat. It's the foul ball. Strike 1. It's the grounder.
And is it me, or does it sound like the redneck with the voice box from South Park, man, that did the recording for this?
It's a hit.
It's a hit. Take a shit.
It's the home run.
You can just make out him saying it's a home run. This is before they could really record the voices good on these type of systems, man. But it is cool to see that they had this. Yeah, I'm just going to turn off the sound here so I can talk without that interfering. Anyways, not in bad shape. And I said, this camera's showing it worse than it is, man, just because the camera will not focus good. It's making the buttons look like they're yellowed. They're not. They're all nice and white still. Actually, all the buttons look good. They look like they just need to be cleaned up of dust. That's most of it, just cleaning off all the dust, and then there's a few little marks here and there that I need to clean off. But no cracks, no bad scratches, scuffs, or anything. And what's crazy, the lady that had this at her yard sale, she had like frickin' 5 goddamn kids, all bratty as hell. So I'm thinking this must have been the husband's, and he kept it high up on a shelf. And I'm thinking the plug and play thing was his too, and the kids did not touch them. Because I was surprised this worked. And what's crazy, the batteries that were in this, the batteries that were in the plug and play, I don't know where the hell they got them. I didn't even think they made them anymore. With some just generic brand, and they were paper type batteries where it's paper and then they wrap it in foil. And the last ones I remember like that were from the 70s and probably early 80s, and I think they were called the Cat number 9. had a Black Cat, or Black Cat 9 or whatever, had a Black Cat with a Thunderbolt with the number 9 on it, and they were red, I believe. I remember those destroying a lot of my toys. And this one, fortunately, the batteries were still okay, as in not exploded. The plug and play game, I was very lucky, man. The top half, the batteries had not exploded yet. Bottom one, they were on the verge, man. They were starting to leak acid. So very lucky that they didn't explode in there. It would have ruined that plug and play. So anyways, I'm going to stop the video here, as in I'll show it playing again once I clean this up. I'm going to hit it up with some of this Armor All now and see if I can get all this out. And on this area here, I can't point it out because of my cam, but I wish they would have done the same thing here, and that's just a plain old paper sticker, which is raised up here and there, but it's not ruined. It's still in good shape. This area, it's got that plastic backing with all the writing on it, and then it's got that thin, clear sticker over the top. They haven't been peeled off yet. As in on the bottom where it tells the information on the battery and stuff, I peeled it off and it looks freaking new on that, man. It's all nice and shiny. So on that'd definitely help on making this look somewhat close to being new again. So have a good one, everybody. See you in the next vid, which should be coming up soon here.